Johnson, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Rolly Romero is not looked upon as some a star fighter that they're using to help build the Mayweather brand. The TMT brand, the Mayweather Promotions brand, is one fighter, Tank Davis. It's Tank Davis, and then there's everybody else. So then they're not looking at, if Tank beats Rolly Romero, this will mess up our brand. We shouldn't have our two-star fighters fight each other. Mayweather don't give a fuck about Rolly Romero. They care nothing about Rolly Romero. He is a stepping stone fighter. They're going to try to use him to tell us that he's this star guy to try to make Tank look good. Tank will beat him, and then they'll just say, you see, it's about putting butts in seats. And, Tank and Rolly Romero, he's a superstar. We have a whole bunch of stars over here with Mayweather Promotions. And you see, if Rolly Romero fought Lomachenko, or if he fought Devin Haney or Kambosos or any of those guys, he'll knock all of those guys out. But Tank, because of what Tank has done to him, you see what I'm saying? This just shows that Tank by far is head and shoulders of the other fighters. And then they're going to use that as a barometer to say we're not going to make any other fights outside of the PBC and Mayweather Promotions, and that's I'm telling you, that's what Leonard is going to do. That's what he's going to do. So they don't look at him as Smith and West as this star fighter. He just being fed the Tank, and if he fuck around and win, of course they're gonna switch the narrative. I told you, Rolly Romero. Did you see how he landed that shot? If he fuck around and land with them hammers from Alabama, them haymakers. You know what I mean? But they ain't looking at him like that. Mayweather Promotions got one fighter, that's Tank Davis, and that's how they doing that. Yeah, this for trying to protect the old stuff. It's so flawed because boxing fans are not going to stop watching you because you're not undefeated. But real boxing fans know, like myself, man, who the hell have you fought? Who are you fighting? And we're not gonna, oh man, he got a loss. We ain't gonna buy his tickets. We ain't gonna support him anymore. No, hell no, that's bullshit. Hell, you see Gabe Rosado, he still got people coming to his fights. Hell, the goddamn Dare Tesoro, Dare Boy got 25 losses and he's still selling out goddamn venues. So it depends, man, how competitive you are in the fights. And if you fighting, listen, when you fighting the top guys, both fighters, people didn't fall out with Duran when he lost to Sugar Ray the second fight. And he lost to Hearns and Hagler. They didn't turn on him. You see what I'm saying? Shit, I mean, come on, man. When Azuma Nelson lost, they didn't turn on him. When Julio Cesar Chavez lost, they didn't turn on him. Boxing fans, it's not like that. The true boxing fans, we look at that shit. Damn, that was a good fight. He lost, but God, they're going to run it back and do this and do that. People ain't going to fall out with you because, you got a loss on the record. Maybe these little new fans the ones who don't buy tickets, who don't pay for the fights anyways. But no, man, we don't, the true boxing fans, no, we don't do that shit. We don't make a decision based on whether we're going to support you or not. Is it based on whether you got a loss or not? No, hell no. No, we don't do that. Don't let the social media platforms fool you into thinking that the social media platforms are not, doesn't really represent a lot of the boxing fans who the paying public. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference. The virtual world is different from the actual real world. And I'm not saying that there are people who are on social media who are boxing fans who pay for fights, but the boxing fans really know the value of what they're getting. And this is how they determine which fight they're going to pay for and which fight they're not going to pay for. The boxing public knows, okay, this dude got 39 fights, 31 knockouts. The boxing fan knows, a casual fan to be like, oh man, he knocking everybody out. Look what he's doing. The boxing fan to be like, okay, yeah, but who is he knocked out? Who is he fought? The boxing, the casual fan to be like, oh, I'm from Houston. Jamal, he 32 and 0 with 22 knockouts. You know what I mean? He a monster. The boxing fan to be like, yeah, he 32 and 0 with 22 knockouts, but who is he fought? Who is he knocked out? Okay, let's look at his last 10 fights. So, the boxing fans know. We know the quality. It's not about the quantity, how many wins and losses you have. It's the quality of opponents. We know that. We know that. So we know, that's why we know a bullshit fight all day. Like, this is some bullshit. They trying to throw this shit on pay-per-view. Like, this is why we didn't buy the King Kong Ortiz versus Charles Martin. The boxing fans knew this is some bullshit. We ain't paying for that. This is why the boxing fans didn't buy the Keith Thurman, my homeboy from my city, the Keith Thurman versus Mario Barrios. The boxing fans knew, nah, this is some bullshit. The quality is not worth my $75 to pay for it. This is why they didn't buy the Tank Davis versus Esau Cruz. You know, because didn't nobody know who Esau Cruz was. And the boxing fans like, nah, we ain't paying for that. So the boxing fans know. The online, if you listen to the cats online, you listen. If you listen to the cats online, you would think that shit, everything that the Alphabet Boys, all the fighters that they say they support, be doing 500,000, 600,000 pay-per-view buys and selling out arenas. And then when the fights actually happen, it's the total opposite of that. But if you look at certain YouTube channels, you're swearing down that these guys are superstars. It's not like that. It's not like that. Not like that at all.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.